Hello there, my name is Linda, also known as Tortagialla around the internet. I love creative journaling and all things stationery, and today we are going to take a look at the Moleskine with Kaweco collaboration ballpoint pen. So my understanding is that this is effectively a Kaweco Perkeo, but with the collaboration, it has the added Moleskine branding. So I don't know um, how much of a collaboration this is because it just has like the Moleskine logo on it. But this isn't the first collab they've done in the sense that many of the Kaweco sports and like aluminum pens and things have like a Moleskine version where it's branded Moleskine available. If you check their website, you can see like all of the options. So I don't know, would you call this a collab? I guess, but it just has like the Moleskine logo sort of slapped on an existing product. But there are some slight nods to the whole Moleskine aesthetic, so it will be up to your judgment if it's worth it. And obviously, if you're a fan of like both brands, I can understand the appeal. So the reason I ended up purchasing these is because there was a massive deal and I got them for like 50% off, like the retail, price. And normally Kaweco Perkeos, they're not that expensive, especially here in Europe. It's like a beginner fountain pen, or they're like meant for kids. But with the Moleskine branding, the price is like hiked up. But when I saw the deal, I just couldn't pass up because they have a ballpoint pen version. So this is not a fountain pen like the Kaweco Perkeo fountain pen reviews that you see, and not even the rollerball, which is usually offered in like shops here, at least in Europe, in the Kaweco Perkeo line. So I suppose all the controversy of like Moleskine paper not taking many types of inky pens, maybe that's why they also included a ballpoint version, because Moleskine notebooks definitely will take, regular ballpoint pens, and it's also like low entry for like a wider audience, I think, because it's just like a regular pen, but refillable, of course, and with, looking a bit more chic and stuff with the Moleskine sort of aesthetic. So with the huge discount, I just couldn't pass it up. And of course, I enjoy having nice pens to write with, and it's not so expensive that I would be afraid to take it with me on the go, or in case like my kids damage it, because I have 3 kids and they always end up using my supplies as well. So let's take a look at this. I bought 2 of them, the green color and the red color. And I've removed the plastic here on the red one so we can take a look more closely. So straight up, you see that the branding is very nice. This is the ballpoint pen version, but they also have rollerball and a fountain pen. And they all come in like the similar fashion, unless you buy the special like box set that comes with fountain pen and ballpoint or rollerball, and that would come in the Kaweco like metal tin. But this is the box version, and it's very nice presentation. It clearly says what it is. So you see here refillable, and it has more details on the back. So medium 1mm tip, and it clearly says G2 type refill with blue ink included. So that is a very common ballpoint pen refill, the G2 or Parker style refill. So let me just slip off this band, and you can see that it is a very nice paper box, and the window lets you see the color of the pen inside. And when you open it up, it has this, in case of loss, please return to, and as a reward, which this whole thing comes from Moleskine. Like all the Moleskine notebooks have this inside. So I guess that's a little nod to the whole Moleskine aesthetic. But I don't know how useful this actually is unless you plan to use this box as like a pencil case or something, I guess, to hold your stationery items. But, this is a nice box. It's hefty. It's not like, cheap. I think it's meant to be kept. And you can see the pen is inside. Everything inside is paper. So you have this nice box. And I have the red color here. And I don't own a Kaweco Perkeo, actually, but it really does seem to be the same, like if you look online and everything, except the colors. This color palette was probably chosen to be part of the Moleskine, line. So they have black, red, green, and blue. So definitely more of like a sophisticated color palette, because you often see perkeos in like bright colors or pastels or multicolors. Again, I'm not sure if it's because it's geared towards like kids or something, because it's such an inexpensive option. So on this pen, you can see that the Moleskine logo is here in gold, and it says with Kaweco. And if you turn to the other side, the cap has Kaweco embossed, like tone on tone as well. And here at the top of the pen, the Kaweco gold emblem. And this pen is a snap closure. And when you post it, it's quite a long pen. Altogether, it's like fairly wide and hefty, and but it's still very lightweight because, of course, this is just plastic. So it's something to note, because some people prefer like a bigger pen to grip, and others like the slimmer barrels. And this is a 1mm ballpoint, so let's see how it writes. So this is a Rhodia paper pad I'm writing on. It's very smooth and definitely a nice ballpoint pen, not like your cheap freebie. It doesn't skip. You get that continuous line even though it's a ballpoint pen. I think sometimes ballpoint pens get hate for being like, super cheap. But really, it's a very good everyday pen, like especially on the go, because you can sign receipts, you can write on all kinds of surfaces. I just think ballpoints are very useful and practical, and they don't take long to dry as opposed to like gel and roller balls that will like smear. So even though this is just a plastic pen, it's definitely more high quality, just like all the other Kaweco pens that are plastic. I don't feel like it's easy to break or anything unless you literally try to crush it, then it might crack. But let's open it up so you can screw it open, and you can see that this is the G2 Parker type refill, and you can buy these quite easily and refill your pen repeatedly to get as much use as possible. Depending how you take care, of your tools, it should last a very long time. And it doesn't feel like so light, cheap plastic that it would be delicate or anything. I actually really like how it feels in the hand. It's quite sturdy. I tend to like chunky pens myself, so more so than like the narrow, slim type, so I'm definitely happy about this. And inside, in the refill, you can see that there is this extra plastic piece included, because I have purchased this ballpoint pen version. So it says, with adapter for use of G2 ball pen refill. No adapter for use of Euro rollerball refill. So this is different, I'm assuming, from buying the rollerball, which probably wouldn't include this adapter. And from what I can see from like online photos and things, like the Perkeo itself has a rollerball version, but like the spring is in a different spot and stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's not made the same way. I think it's actually nice to get this ballpoint version because, you can then switch from like ballpoint to rollerball, like put whatever refill you want, given that you have this adapter. I'm not sure if it's only with Moleskine that this ballpoint sort of exists, because normally Kaweco Perkeos, they come as a fountain pen or a rollerball. I have not seen any other option like for sale online. But there are so many different types of ink refills out there, thicknesses, needlepoint tip, like so many to cater to your preferences. I like the fact that you can, put in whatever you prefer to use. So I can like switch this out and sort of let you see, like, this is a needlepoint rollerball. So you can put in a rollerball as well, and it writes, and it's just really nice to be able to like switch around and sort of create what you want. I do think people buy Kawecos and like change out to their preferred refilled sometimes, because you can just use your particular preference. Interesting that they have this little adapter piece. I don't know if this is something that like everyone already knows about, that if you're trying to put like a smaller refill in a bigger pen, you need something maybe to like hold it, you know, make it the right length. And I've seen people cut down longer refills to put in a smaller pen, but I have not seen this opposite of having an adapter piece. So that's interesting. Maybe if you had like a 3D printer, you can just create these yourself. But it definitely makes me think there's a lot we can do with like the pens in our collections. Lots of possibilities and playing around with the exact refill that you want and sort of create your, you know, preferred pen. So I mentioned that this collaboration comes in black, red, green, and blue, and the finish, I'm not sure if it's like, it doesn't seem like a dull matte, but it's not like super super shiny. It seems like somewhere in between, like semi shiny. I can put it next to my other Kawecos so you can see the difference with the Kaweco Sport in olive green and the Kaweco Sport in the macchiato color. So all around, it's a really nice pen for everyday use, and I'm happy to, you know, add these to my collection. One thing to consider is that this pen doesn't come with a clip. Like all Kawecos, it doesn't come with a clip. If you want it, you have to buy it. So I'm not a fan of the design of the Perkeo clip, but let me try with something I already have because I have these sports, and so I can try this. I don't know if the Perkeo is actually a little bit more fat, so I might be stretching this out, but you know, it fits to put like this sport clip on. And the thing is, the Moleskine logo is much more wide on the cap, so the clip can't really go that far down unless you want to cover up part of the logo. You might not want to do that because you're going to risk scratching off like the gold lettering over time. So I'm not sure if they thought about this and how the clip is supposed to sit, because generally I do like clips on my pens, especially if I plan to take them on the go and pair it with a notebook. I like this Kaweco like gold nostalgia clip on it, but maybe you can just keep it pretty high on the pen, or maybe twist it, put it like in this orientation to keep the logos visible, but you are covering on the other side the Kaweco embossed like tone on tone logo. So again, I don't have a Perkeo clip, but if you look at it online, it seems like it would cover up just more of the logo, so I'm not sure how that would work. Another point to note if you must have a pen clip. So let me just show you some close-ups of this pen. I'm going to go ahead and open the green one as well, and it's exactly the same, but I just wanted to show you both of them so you can see the colors, and definitely has a very cool Moleskine aesthetic, and I can see the appeal to pair this with like your Moleskine notebook. And since a lot of people complain about the Moleskine paper not being fountain pen friendly, even though I don't know if they market, you know, themselves as being like fountain pen friendly like paper, but it's interesting that for this collab they have a ballpoint pen option, right? Was that on purpose to cater like to the wider Moleskine community that maybe doesn't use fountain pens and prefer ballpoints, and obviously works better on their paper? So let me know what you think of this Moleskine Kaweco pen collection. Did you buy one? Or the set, like the fountain pen or the rollerball or the ballpoint? How is it working for you? Or are you intrigued now and want to buy one for yourself, right? I would suggest, by the way, using a price tracker or something like that online, and just wait for things to go on sale so you can grab it at like a good deal, because inevitably these will go on sale, unless you're buying like the limited edition like sets and things that they sort of launched with a while ago. These separate like fountain pen, rollerball, or ballpoint versions, they're not sold out or anything. They're available, so you know, you can take your time. That is the Moleskine Kaweco ballpoint pens. So if you have reached this part of the video, I just want to thank you so much for watching, And if you want to support me directly, I am a graphic designer and I design digital printables for download. I'm building my community on Ko-fi. It's a community where you can support me with a one-time tip or sign up as a member to get printable downloads such as art prints, digital papers, journaling cards, and exclusive videos. I post there every Friday, so go on over and check it out if you're interested. The link is in the description below. I also have a blog at tortagialla.com, and I've been posting totally free digital downloads there for years and years, so go check it out, download some free digital papers and use them in your creative journaling, collage, planner decor, memory keeping, all that kind of good stuff. I appreciate your support so much. Thank you again. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely like, subscribe, and comment down below. It really helps me here on YouTube. Until next time, take care.